Hey everybody, welcome, and welcome again. Well, y'all know every Tuesday and Thursday, I do a game changer moment of the day. We had some technical difficulties, but hey, being delayed is not a denial. So I'm so excited to be here with my millionaire's, my millionaire sister, my wealth partner, uh, Freddie herself, Miss Market Structure. That's what I call her. And so I'm so excited to be with her because we want to talk to you about. Um, Being busy. Freddie is the mom of seven, honey, married woman, and she makes the time. They have a nonprofit stuff they do, and so we talked about. Me and her always talk about how we're just have a lot going on. Y'all know I have an infant. I have a adult son. I'm married. We run. Me and her both run businesses, and we have teams that we're accountable to. We're leaders. I sit on the board of a nonprofit, and so there's just so much things going on. And one of the things we talked about was people say they didn't have enough time. A lot of times when we talk to people about the opportunity of getting in the Forex space, they always say I'm too busy or how can I learn it so fast? And so the beauty of I Am Master Academy is this right here, and that is that they have just so many different options for the everyday person. We understand that again, there's a lot going on, there's a lot happening. And when do we have the moment to sit down and talk? And so one of the things Aaron and I have been talking about is we've been talking about one of our greatest products, and that is HFX. And so for those who don't know what HFX is, it is high frequency options. And so here's to sum it up, right? It works in minutes versus hours, right? And so we were on live today with one of the educators, and we were winning in an hour. And a lot of us met our goals in an hour, and we were able to just go to the next level. Again, past progress does not negate future ones, but we know that it's working. And so many of us sometimes we don't get in positions because we don't see them working for us. But I believe if you see it working, you will know that it works. So again, I've seen evidence of it working. It's working for us. And so I'm gonna let Freddie jump on in here and let's just talk a brief minute about it. And then we're gonna share some stuff with you guys, the benefits of getting in this space.
So, I love. I have grown to love being in the market. I have grown to love learning the skill set of trading because I feel like that, well, I know that, the old saying goes, if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. And that is exactly what this space has allowed me. And also, it's allowed, Tish to be able to do. It's allowed us to get into this space and be able to leverage the knowledge of others, experts, and also to gain knowledge for ourselves that no matter what's going on, I really absolutely love the fact that this thing is recession proof. So no matter what's going on, I can get into the markets. I can pull up, my charts and I can look at this and I can analyze. I can take trades and I'm able to meet goals. Okay. Which I know we all have goals, right? Now, I do understand that upon looking at this, for a lot of people, they're like, they get intimidated. You see the lines, you see this, no, that's too much. And I don't want to go back to school again. I already been to school. But, as we grow, we're always going to be ever learning. And you should always keep yourself in a position to learn new things, and to grow, especially if it's going to enhance the quality of your life. And especially for me, it's something that I know that I can pass down as legacy to my children, something that they can do. So the exciting part about this high frequency Forex, I've been, doing this for about, I'd say 5 years now. And the most exciting thing about being in the HFX space is that, it's giving, some time back. Now, as I learned, to do the Forex, myself, from just having the Forex portion of it, which we didn't have the addition of HFX initially in the onset, I did learn how to do what I need to do. I did learn how to maximize my time with it, but of course that takes time. That takes, of course it's an education. So of course you have to commit yourself to learning the skill. What I absolutely love about HFX it is for that person that says, hey, listen, let me get the basics down. You know, I have a busy life. I have a lot of things going on. So can I meet my goals in a half an hour? Can I meet my goals in an hour? You can meet your goals in half an hour. Let me tell you something, guys. You can meet your goals in 30 seconds, which that's my thing. I take advantage of, what we call turbo trading. So I am actually able to meet my goals like in 30-second increments, y'all. So, I know we all want our time back, but let me ask this question. I don't know what type of job, that you may have, or even if you love what you do, because a lot of people, they love, they're called to what they do and they love what they do. But time is the most precious commodity that we have. Okay. And once it's spent, it's spent. You can't get it back. So what if you were able to make the money that you needed to make, or do what you needed to do, meet your goals every single day, right? But then have your time to yourself too, right? So I don't know what you make, but the freedom of being able to say, you know what? I'm going to make someone's hourly wage, And granted, guys, past profits don't guarantee future profits, but I'm trying to tell you guys that there is a space that you can get into that you can really maximize to get your time back. And it doesn't take as much effort, right?
That's it right there, Freddie. The
That's
effort
it.
part, because people don't see that. I think sometimes was, we were intimidated by them lines. We were intimidated by those graphs. We were intimidated. And I think that people, because again, I think you mentioned before we got on, it was like people don't want to go back to school and learn anything to the extent of feeling like, okay, am I ever going to get it? Because I think that's everybody's question. Like, I invest in this time, I'm investing this money, but how quick will my return be? And I always tell people it's all based on your learning curve. But here's the best part of this particular learning curve is that we have live educators who assist you with you learning. And that's the piece that was, today she and I was on a live session, get in the bag. I went 4 for 4. Thank you very much. But at the same time, what I love about that educator is that she teaches in the very beginning. And so while you're over here learning, my son got in on the session, my husband got in on the session, that even she makes it so basic for them to understand, for anyone to understand, that when you go back and check out the videos, now you're very clear. And so I think sometimes we psych ourselves out of these opportunities because we're saying, I don't want to sit still long enough to learn. Well, I'm telling you, I only gave up an hour of my day. Well, 2 hours of my day, because we did another session, 2 hours of my day. And now I'm done. I'm very disciplined in the times that I trade. Why? Because I still have other things to do. And so as Freddie has taught me over the past few months, she told me, she said, listen, I don't trade often, but I trade smart. So that means that I don't have to get in this market every day. I don't have to be in it every day. But what I am is I have the ability to do what I need to do and get out, meet my goal and move on. Because anytime you do anything outside of that, you're gambling. Right. And so you got to be in a position to say, listen, I can give up an hour. I can give up 2 hours of my day or even 30 minutes of my day to say, listen, if you're on a traditional job, you get 30-minute lunch or hour lunch while you're eating your sandwich, drinking your water or your drink, turn on your phone, get in the market, 30 minutes, know that your goal for the day, and then you're done and you're moving on. And so that's just something I want to tell you. We also have something special we're going to mention too that's going on now that I'm so excited about, that me, her, and I are participating in, that's going to help you, what I call fast track you in a place where you're like, as I go through these video on demand, as I get on live sessions, hey, I've been fast tracked, honey. Like I feel like I don't think I'm an expert now. I think I'm a novice still. I'm intermediate, right? But that you can be in that position to say, hey, I'm going to earn while you learn. Now I'm going to turn it back over to Freddie. Before I do, let me mention this to you. We and her were together this past weekend. I'm going to tell you how powerful this space is. She and I were together this past weekend, and all the fun aside, I discovered one thing, that I was free to go away. Like I literally didn't have to scramble in my mind about asking for time off. I didn't have to think about who's going to take care of my baby because I have a house manager who handles that for me. I didn't have to think about, well, who's going to make sure my husband got what he done. I didn't think about none of that thing. All I had to say was, listen, coach want us to come up for the weekend to handle some business and to really pour into us. I'm going. And I was able to afford to walk away for a weekend And still, here we go, still work, because we was, look, what was we doing? We was still working. We had laptops, we was working, still have fun, and not feel the pressure of, if I got back, are my lights going to be on? If I got back, is the bill going to be paid? That's what this space afforded for me. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to say no more about that. Anywho,
So, like Tish said, for the busy person, you got 1 minute. For the busy person, you got 2 minutes. You got 3 minutes. You have 5 minutes, right? So what I absolutely love, and I'm gonna keep saying is, the most of the effort that you're gonna put into doing the high frequency is just understanding the basics of what needs to be done. And I absolutely love the fact that you have someone there with you every step of the way. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. So when you're, leveraging this space to meet your goals in 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, right? You have someone there that's saying, hey, this is what you need to do, right? And as you have someone holding your hand. So, just like riding a bike, initially you start off with the training wheels, they're not going to let you go until you're ready. But when I tell you, being able to look, I know when my feet hit the ground, my feet hit the floor in the morning, I I have my goals in mind, and having that peace of mind to know that I'm going to be able to meet my goals from the comfort of my own home, right? I don't have to go, because let me tell you something that was so powerful for me. This is how I know, right? Um, I had a conversation not too long ago with someone, and I just asked, they were complaining about, the frustration that they were experiencing, on their job. It was very frustrating. They were complaining about the frustration, complaining about the hours. They were complaining about the fact that they had a little one. They had a little one that they had to drop off at daycare, and because of everything that's going on, like the kid was having had some allergies or whatever, but it's like, okay, we don't know what's going on, but come pick up your kid. But of course, because this individual was a single mom, she had to work, and working very hard for a minimum wage, right? And that's the reality for most people. They are really breaking their back, y'all, to get $8 or $9, $12 an hour, right? And they are faithful to that because in their minds, it's like, this is security. And me and Tish have come to understand that, there's no such thing as job security. Okay. There's no such thing, right? But there are a lot of people that have to accept certain treatment. They have to accept certain things because you got to do what you have to do when you have a family,
yeah,
and that is an honorable thing. Of course, we don't want anybody going out, hitting anybody over the head and robbing and stealing and killing to do what they have to do. But guys, there is a better way. And when I said to her, I said, listen, look, how much are they paying you an hour for this frustration? Okay, how much are you getting paid for this frustration? And she's like, about $10, an hour. It's like, okay, what if I could uh help you to enter into a space, right? So where the possibilities of doing what you do right now and making what you make right now and not have to worry about the frustration. Would
yeah,
you listen? Would you listen? What if there was a possibility? And be honest. And honestly, if people knew, you know what, if there was a space that I can get into and I can do what I do every day without the frustration or having to deal with, going to those jobs and coworkers bothering me, or the boss doesn't like me, or I'm doing everything I can and I'm not being promoted, underappreciated and overworked. What if I could leverage a space that, I could invest in myself and not only meet my goals, but I can meet some dreams. I can meet some life goals that I have.
yeah,
Not only just meet daily goals, right? But I can also do some things and leverage this space to actually, attain some things that I want to attain, right? Because when you're busy building someone else's dream, you're not going to have time to build yours. Right.
Wow.
So, I mean, you can either build your dreams or you can work hard to build someone else. Those are the only two options that you have. Right. And so this space is very powerful. Let me just say, no matter what, this space is a powerful space.
Yes.
High frequency just takes it to a whole.
What? I told y'all, when I text y'all when I got in that first session, I was like, thank y'all for telling me, Chad, because I finished my little goals in an hour.
This is Game Changers. This look, y'all on Game Changers. This is a game.
Okay. And the beauty of it is, like, again, I know people, we don't mind. We're we have that foundation and we walk up charts and all that stuff. But this space, you don't have to be in it. I want to tell them about the thing going on right now, but you don't have to be in it for hours on end. My son said to me, they did a presentation about HFX, and he said to me, Mama, I want to do that because what you do take too long. But this right here, I can get with, I can understand. And so he's been in with me learning, because this, again, I'm new to this particular piece of the spaces that we have. But the fact that I have that under that foundation of Forex anyway, this right here was like, listen, I can commit 3 days a week to doing this. I looked at how long it would take me to meet my ultimate goal. And I'm like, I'm hungry now. Like, I don't have to, I'm like, I told you my number. You know my number. I'm not going to say my number, but you know my number. And so me and you talked about it, and I was like, listen, I don't have time to play games. I'm aggressive about the goal. I'm listening as I'm on the live sessions. And then additionally, at the same time, where, one of our educators is really talking to us about it at the same time, I was able to, do my own, not my own thing, but learning, on my own. But like I said, I went 4 for 4 today, and I'm going to tell you how that looks. The session we were on was only an hour. Okay. She made the beginning, but maybe 30 minutes of the session she's teaching. We may have traded for like 15 minutes, and I went 4 for 4.
Because it's fast.
It's so cool.
I wish, because like I said, I came into this space, some years back, a few years back. If this had been available then, like, yeah. I think if you're anybody that knew anything about anything then, you need to look now at what's available. I promise this high frequency, it is a total game changer, right? So I'm being able, like I said, we work with what we had, right? You work it out and have, done well and have been able to do some things and, put back. But it's like, you know what this did for me?
Yeah.
For my goals? This has not time. This took time off of me. Like, I have my goals laid out, right? And you have your, you use, you have everything written out. I'm going to go by this. When I tell you guys, everything has been cut in half.
I don't know if it's half, sis. I think it's like a fourth.
I mean, comes to fraction. Listen, look, when they told this to me,
oh man,
I absolutely I was like, you know what? This is it.
Yeah.
This is a total game. And like I said, I wish, that I had been able to take advantage of this sooner, but you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
We're here now.
We're here now.
Look, I'm telling it. Look, I'm telling you, if you was trading before, you're not trading anymore. Look, you need to come over here.
Come on back.
Some of the things that people had, like some, maybe I'll say like hiccups, but we all have different learning. Yeah. But
growing pains.
Gone.
Yeah.
Some of those things are, it relieves some angst. It takes a lot of, it's like, listen, look, and like I said, having somebody there to say, hey, this is what you do. Look, this is what you do. This is what you do. Listen, this is a game changer. Not only is it a game changer, it's a no-brainer. Tish, I want them to kind of get a little bit of.
So I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna let you show this, but I'm gonna show this quick of why it is so much easier. A lot of people, a lot of times we're always talking about the main Forex side. We're always talking about it. And so I think when you see different things, you're like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't have to tell you. One of our leaders is gonna tell you in this quick quick clip of a video is going to tell you why this is such a great no-brainer for the average person, the person that says, listen, I work a full-time job, I work 12-hour shifts. The market is open 24 hours a day. Well, HFX is 7 days a week. But the market is 24 hours a day, at least 5 days a week, at least that. But HFX is open all seven. But anyway, my point is that we're going to show you why this is a game changer. In this quick clip, I'm going to pull it up. Let's do this quick clip. I'm going to take us off, and I want y'all to hear this information real quick. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Y'all ready? Here.
Training to high frequency forex. So there's a lot of advantages to high frequency forex over a lot of other types of trading. Number one, and this is what I found over the last 5.5 years, is there is no figuring out how to put in your take profit or stop loss. It's one of the challenges that people have when they first get started. It's how do I use the MetaTrader 4 app? How do I put in the take profit? Where do I put in the take profit? Where's the stop loss? How do I put it in? And those kinds of things. There's no having to calculate pips or risk per trade, percentage risk per trade, which most people don't understand anyway. They had a hard enough time passing their math class. Now they're expected to, calculate pips and the risk per trade. And so there's none of that with doing binary options. There's no wondering how much you're going to make per trade because it's going to tell you right up front. There's no experience in drawdown, which gives most people an upset stomach anyway. And I say that from personal experience. It's been many, many days over the years that I had an upset stomach looking at that bloody drawdown. There's no getting margined out on trades for allowing them to get too ugly. This is one of the things that people lack in trading is discipline. And so they allow trades to get too ugly. They allow the profitable trades to go in the positive a few pips, and they secure the bag, if you know what I'm saying. They take the money. But they allow their trading account to get margined out simply because they allow trades to go in the negative direction too far. There's no spreads where immediately that you're in red causing people to panic. So many times over the years, a person will put in the trade, they immediately call me up, Brandon, the trade is immediately in the red. Well, that's typically because of the spreads, unless you are absolutely perfect on your entry, right? And so people get, anxiety from the very get-go when they're trading. So that you don't have to deal with that doing binary options. There's no downloading any apps. Thank goodness. No downloading any apps and figuring out how to use. I mean, over the years, how many training videos and webinars have I done teaching people how to use a simple tool or an app or something like that? You do not have to deal with that here at all. There's no having to modify trades, which most don't understand how to do anyway. I ask people all the time, hey, set your stop loss entry. Here's how to do it. I even have it written out. I have it in multiple languages. I have it on video. I have it in handwriting. But still, people don't seem to understand. You do not have to do that here. So here's the steps to start. And I want you guys to follow these in order. Number one, make sure you're on the HF.
Okay. Okay. That was good. Because many people, like I said, when we started 4X, those are all the things we have to think about, right? It's a lot of little things that have to go in before we go live. And so what a beat of HFX is, none of that stuff happens. You just Freddie's going to pull up her screen and we're going to show you.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up.
A broker.
Pull up so they can see. So what we do the HFX on is called it's a binary. So we do this through binary, and which is something that we offer because of course we offer the cryptocurrency education, the foreign exchange education, and the high frequency, which is look, if you're looking to move at more accelerated space, yes, it is.
What did Tay say? Tay said, she said the Lauren is Bay. I told Tay, I said, no, HFX is Bay. And then every once in a while, I cheat on him with Gold Cup. But that's just my thing. HFX is Bay.
Some NAS 100 or something like that. Yes, or some S&P. But look, like I said, guys, now, depending on the market conditions, because we're not just going to just jump into anything. I'm just going to give you a visual. I may jump into something. I may not. We'll see what it looks like when I pull it up.
We hope you can show us in a demo. We're going to demonstrate it.
So this is not, this is, I want to make sure you guys we can try to see. No, we're going to do it in the demo broker. So just to give you guys an example, okay, of what everything looks like. But I do want to make sure that you guys know that, like I said, we just talked about there will be somebody with you every step of the way. And when I tell you, there is one amazing educator. Her name is Millie Mills. Let's give it up for Millie Mills.
Thank you, Millie Mills.
I
Thank
love her,
you.
and she really takes her time to really break things down and explain. So if you're the person like, I don't know if I can understand, look, you, she's that teacher. Everybody had that teacher when they were in school that like really took their time and everybody loved her because they like, you know what, such and such, they really broke it down. I really like them. She is that trainer. She is that instructor, and she's there with you every step of the way, telling you exactly what to do. She's the training wheel for you till you're like off to the races, and you use, the product. So you'll have, a product that you'll get your trades from. You'll be able to do live sessions with Millie Mills, and
Hey.
I love her.
And this, I'm just wondering, while you pulling your screen up, I stopped sharing so you can share. I want to say this too because I'm a business owner, right? And I know some of us got hit real hard when it came to our businesses. And so for me, I was in a space, it's going on year 4. And I know people say, well, you've been in it a while. I'm telling you, I'm just now starting the HFX only because my husband and my son said they wanted to do HFX. So I've transitioned over to this. So I'm fairly new to HFX, but he is blessing my life. He's just blessing my little life. To the business owners, to the people who have, they're self-employed. This is just another stream of income that does not take all of your day. You love what you do. I love what I do, y'all. I love what I do. But this allows me to fast track my dreams. It allows me to invest in my business without depending on a client to have to come through the door or having to run an ad to, be in that space of getting another client. I'm in a position now where I cannot have to worry about the mortgage getting paid or, and the past profits don't equate to future profits. But at the end of the day, I know what this space has done for me. And with HFX, again, like Freddie said, it took what would have been years from our goals to be met. We're gonna cut that on in half because it moves so much quicker. Whenever you're ready, sis, I'm ready.
So let me see if I can do some screen share. Okay, so are we up?
I don't see your screen. Oh, there you go. My bad.
Can we see
Okay.
screen?
Can you see?
So,
Yeah, we are.
just so you guys can see, like when you get initially when you sign on to get the HFX, this is the high frequency package. You'll come on here, and you're gonna have access to letting the screen catch up to my talking. You're gonna have access to the HFX, what we call the Academy, so that it will walk you through, the basics from
Just hit agree.
like kindergarten, what is HFX, what is traded. So you get all this information, and these videos are, fairly short. It doesn't take, much time for you to get through this. About what, maybe between 5 minutes or so that you're able to walk through. Is it showing my Academy, Tish?
Yeah, I see the Academy. I still see Liberty up there. Is that what you wanted?
Well, I wanted to show the Academy portion. I just want to make sure.
We see the Academy portion. It has the Liberty download, and it's on HFX. Unless you changed over to something else.
I switched over. But
Yeah.
I want to make sure
Oh
that
no.
guys, you'll be able to walk through and let me stop sharing. But can you see my face now?
I see you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's just I guess it's frozen on here. But to let me show my binary real quick. Let me know if you can see when I pull up my.
Yes, I can.
Can you see?
I see your pocket options.
Okay. So this, ladies and gents, would be your binary broker that you would utilize, and it's very. I have some stuff on here. Let me get rid of this stuff on here. Make it really clean, right? So that you guys can see everything. All right. So this, guys, it's very, straightforward. It's a little bit different than our forex option, but it is like Tish stated. We can move at a faster rate with this. Okay. So just to give you guys a little bit of overview of what you're looking at. Of course, you have these are your candlesticks here. All right. The green candlesticks represent buy candles. The red candlesticks represent the sell candles. Okay, this red arrow here represents sell. We would call a put, and this green arrow here would represent a buy. So we would call it a call. It would be called the call button. Okay, so as you can see, when you look onto this platform, up in this left top hand corner is your currency pair that you would be trading. So this is AUD versus CAD. So that's the Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar. I love the fact that no matter what's going on, we're able to trade against all these currencies. Guys, I'm telling you, it's the sauce for real. So when you click on there, of course, we have this. You see this 80% that's here, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys what that means here really shortly. So you're able to, you see this trade box here. Bring your attention to this trade box that's here. See, I have an amount of $10 right there. That amount, let's say, don't know what your daily goals will be. Everybody is different. Maybe you want to add an amount to this. Maybe you want to do a lesser amount. Okay, that is completely and totally, up to you. Okay, but you have your trade amount there. So this is the amount that you are going for in that particular trade. Okay, bring your attention to this plus $40 here. The $40 is what that 80% is from AUDCAD. So that particular currency is paying out 80%, which is an extra $40. Okay. So when you go into this particular trade, all right, and you successfully complete that trade, you're going to get the $50 plus that $40, right? Here is your time. So it's on the 1 minute, right? So that means that I can go in here and I can do this trade on a 1 minute time frame, meaning that I can complete this $50 plus the 40, this $90 trade in 1 minute. Okay. So let's see here. And I'm not looking at anything in particular. Let's go. Let it pull up for a second, guys. And you can even do 30 seconds. Let it pull up for a second, guys. So just to give you guys an idea of, which I should have went in for it, just to give you guys an idea of, these are red sell candles. So I'll be looking to go in for a sell right here or a buy, depending on, the conditions of what's going on, with the market, which those answers, whether or not you're buying or selling, you're going to get from your um, instructor, or you're going to get from the product that you'll have that will be giving you the trade setup. So you don't have to try to come in here and figure this stuff out by yourself. They're going to tell you what you should be trading or what you should be doing, right? So it's very, very, very powerful. So we're a little consolidated now, so that's why I'm not going into a trade right now, because it's a little consolidated, guys. But let's see. But I just want to show you guys the power of what a minute or 30 seconds can do. I don't have the product pulled up to show you guys which trade to get into. I just kind of pulled up a currency pair to give you guys a quick overview of what it would look like and how easy it is. I didn't have to add or subtract anything. I didn't have to calculate anything. Okay, I'm not having to calculate anything. So everything is pretty simple, straightforward on that. Let me go back to StreamYard.
I think, Freddie, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I think what I like best about it is that I already know how much I'm gonna make
Right.
on the deal. Like it's not like I said, we over on the other side, we're calculating pips, we got to move decimals, we trying to get those math stuff. We're over here,
Okay,
whether
we
I
have
put a
fish. Let me
call,
interrupt you.
which
You
is
have 5 more seconds. We have 5 more
go
seconds
ahead.
on the
We got
$50 trade.
oh,
Okay. Boom, guys.
oh, did it close? Did it
You
clear?
just
Hold on.
earned $90.
Ah,
Ow. Right?
in 30 seconds.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. I just cleared $90. Now, let me just say this. I can come back to my computer, guys, and do this every hour on the hour if I wanted to. When I learn the skill set, right? When I learn the skill set. So when people say that's congratulations, you guys see, congratulations, you earned $90. That's powerful, guys, right? That's a powerful thing. The possibility of what could happen in this space. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to stop my screen share. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, like turbo trading.
Demo account there.
Turbo trading with high frequency for it. So when people are like, I don't know, like, learn the skill.
So here's
If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Yeah, somebody could you can give somebody some money for somebody to maybe give you some money back. But if you teach a man to fish, right, he can eat for a lifetime. Because whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm making, guess what? I don't have to be on eggshells to wait and see if somebody's going to have the integrity to do the right thing, to give me, $500 for $100. I don't have to, I can get behind my computer, make it happen for myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I am learning a skill set that is going to pay me for the rest of my life. And it's too easy, guys, because you know what? This is something that this is a part of my 16-year-old's curriculum, right? He's learning how to do this. When he masters this thing, right? Look, he's going to college with a different mindset.
Yeah.
Without the anxiety. Because when I leave and walk across the stage, I'm walking into something that I'm creating. I'm not going to work for anybody else because I've been applying my skill set and I've been earning, capital along the way. So
I'm just all. Well, let me say this.
Like,
I'm just,
can't tell me nothing. Like, I'm like,
and I mean, to the person who says, listen, yes, we've been in this space a little longer. So we're going to look at the market. We're not just going to jump in and do stuff. So that's why it may have taken a little longer, but just think 30 seconds in a demo. We did use a demo. Yes, we use a demo account, but it's still live market, even though it's play money. We all get access to demo accounts so we can practice strategies, but just think 30 seconds, she made $90. Now multiply that by how many seconds is in an hour, how much money she could have made, or we could have made right here on this live. And so I know you're like, well, what is the investment amount? Let me say this right here. We encourage everybody to get the Elite package. Elite package has it all. I told y'all I'm in a relationship with HFX, but I cheat on him every once in a while with that gold cup, right? Trading indices and gold. So, but we encourage everybody to get it all, but we understand, but encouraging to get all be 324, and then it's 225 a month, right? After that. But just think about it like this. If I multiply that $90 she just made back in an hour, I would have pretty much almost made more than what it's going to cost me to do it every month. So it pays for itself at the end of the day. But if you said, listen, to just a lot to come out with off the top, I encourage you to at least get the HFX package, which gives you access to the educators. It gives you access to what we call Liberty with the simple scalper strategy. It gives you access to those live sessions and those on-demand videos that's going to teach you how to do what we just did in 30 seconds. So that right there is, of course, $230 for the start, $174 a month. And what I always say, we're wealth sisters. We say this right here. Don't be at the table by yourself. Bring somebody with you along the journey. And in doing so, the company awards you. Now, I told you guys earlier that there's something special I want to tell you about. Right now, our HFX educators are hosting a 30-day boot camp. And I'm gonna tell you what that 30, and now mind you, we're already in the space, but we're in the boot camp every night. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when I tell you, they are breaking it down for you every night. They're short live sessions. They're actually recorded for you. So for the next 30 days, they say they're going to take us from being a customer to a master, or even better than we were when we started, that we're able to even meet our goals that much more. And so they're hosting that right now every night at 10 o'clock. So when you get into this space, you're going straight into boot camp. 1 hour, I think it's about an hour to an hour and a half every night. And when you come out on the other side, I promise you, you will look that much different than when you came in. I'm telling you.
If a skill set would allow you to do what you just saw me do, right? If that means no more mean boss, no more like colleagues that be getting on your nerves.
No commuting. No having to drive an hour to work every day.
In the morning, like when you want to lay in the bed for like 2-3 more hours, you want to, right? So listen, if and I want to just say this, and I'm going to leave it at this. A lot of times, there may have been people that you guys may have seen that's come into this space, and maybe you saying, well, I don't know. I want to see how it works out for this person, or I don't think it worked out for that person. Let me tell you something. Anything that you do is going to require work, and it's going to require discipline. I was able to do what I just did because I applied discipline to what I did. So everybody can be successful coming into a space if they dedicate themselves to doing the work that they need to do, right? Because I didn't look at, now we have a system that will give you the trades, but as you guys can see, I didn't pull that system up, right? I was going purely off of knowledge that I've learned because I got into this education and I understand how the market moves. I understand how it waves. I understand candlesticks. So because of the education and because of what I've sat down and I allowed myself to absorb, and I took it seriously. Now, okay, yeah, it took me a little time, but guess what? I was dedicated to it. I was committed to it. And because of my commitment, boom, there you have it. My commitment helped me to have my freedom. Okay. At the end of the day.
There it is.
So, I don't compare myself to anyone else or what they can or cannot do. Right. Because I don't, God created me. We all extraordinary anyway. So I wouldn't look. No, I'm not looking at what this person is doing. That I never did that in school. I wasn't trying to see what, no. He gave me a mind, a creative mind, and I can produce, right? Look, lean into it. I'm telling you guys, it is a game changer, right, Tish?
Listen, I'm glad you made that comment about my learning curve is not your learning curve. Someone asked me today, they said, well, how much have you made in the space? And I could tell you how much I made, but the question will be, are you going to be able to make that? No, because you didn't commit the time that I committed to it. You may not have the time I have. So the learning curve is really on you. How hungry you are, how bad do you want it? And how you say, listen, I don't want to wait 10, 20 years to live out my best life. I want to live my best life now. And for me, that's what's important to me right now. Again, I love my businesses. I love what I do. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure there's always a stream of income that's not only going to pay me, but pay my family for the rest of their life. My son is in there getting it. Y'all, he's 23. And I told him once he saw okay, this is possible. He saw me doing it. He realized, listen, I could never, I think it was maybe 2 years ago. He was like, I don't see myself breaking my back for no $10 an hour. And that's a prayer I prayed over him for a long time. He was like, this is crazy. I can't do it. And that's not to judge anybody, but you got to want more for yourself. You got to be hungry for what God has called you to be and what God has called you to have. And I refuse to be left behind because I was so busy scrolling through Instagram, looking at everybody else live their best life. And I ain't living my best life, liking it and not understand it is obtainable unto me. And so listen, get with the person that shared this video with you. We all are HFX family. We're all the IM family. But you know, we just like HFX a little more. All right. Because it don't take all day.
Like, why? I mean, who?
More.
And look, if you guys are in the Huntsville area,
Yes.
I will be down, at 228 Holmes Avenue at 6 o'clock. So if you guys want to know more, hey, come and see me, like, for the hookup. You talk
Yes.
job, like, come.
Yeah, you know, we over here in Columbia,
Yes.
South Carolina, all surrounding areas. The metro. But
Yeah.
definitely get with the person that shared this video with you. Get back with one of us if we shared the video with you. If you want more information about it, I'm telling you, this will change your life. Don't just be watching the game. Come and be a participant in your wealth portfolio. Remember to live life on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. And we'll see you on the right side of money.